I'm Ember. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. So today I cannot wait to start because I'm doing an amazing collab with Monica from Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. And ever since I met her, I just have had this like explosion of creativity and also happiness because she's such an amazing person. She's so connected to spirit. And she came up with an amazing idea of picking a book and doing divine feminine and divine masculine main character energies. So she's taking divine feminine main characters energies and I'm taking divine masculine main character energies. And we both picked books that we absolutely love. Like, these are my favorite books of like all time. And there's something that has been like living inside me for like the past, few months, almost a year actually. I think I started reading this one a year ago. And so they've been really living inside me. And when she came up with this, I was just like, yes. And it really got me my creative process is really flowing. So what you guys are going to do, this is for your divine masculine main character energy and also her divine feminine main character energy. Link will be in my description box. So please check out her video too, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a book, whatever one you feel called to the most. If you've read one of them, you can also go to that one. It's totally up to you guys. So this first pile is from Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. For the second pile, we have A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And then we have A Kingdom of Ash and Sarah J. Maas again for the third pile. This is a different series. These are two different series. And then we have, for your fourth pile, A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. So take your time, pick your pile, and I cannot wait to get started. Hi, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So you guys picked from Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I'm just going to quickly talk about this divine masculine character. So I love that Monica has such a beautiful mind and decided to pick female characters for divine masculine, and then for her video, she picked divine masculine characters, but with feminine, no, that was me. She picked divine feminine energies with male characters. Sorry, guys, I'm like, it's a mouthful, but she wanted to really show how the divine masculine energies work and divine feminine energies work in each gender. And we really wanted to look at, so for me, female characters, they have divine masculine energy. Everyone has both inside them. And so I picked this book because Penelope, who's the main character, is she's the maiden. And it's all about, like, she had to fit in this box of being the maiden. And which is like this virgin, this pure, she can't have sex, she can't not follow the rules, she has to be very obedient, she can't speak, she has to wear a freaking veil over her face so nobody knows what her face looks like. So like that's, there was this box that she had to fit into. And so her divine masculine energy that came out in this book was fighting that box. She learned how to fight, under wraps in secret. She learned how to fight that box that she was put in. She used a lot of action to fight it. She just fought it. And I think that divine masculine energy is very action oriented. And she took action and had the courage to fight for herself, fight for the people she loves. She also would go and heal people in the middle of the night and help people that couldn't help themselves. But she could have gotten in a lot of trouble for this. She could have been really abused if she had been found out. And so she did a lot of action and used her divine masculine to push herself to fight that box. And eventually in the book, she gets out of she fights the box of being a maiden. I don't want to spoil it for everybody if you haven't read this book. It's such a good book. But she fights it. And so it's just really interesting and I cannot wait. I'm going to pause it and get your oracle cards and have it ready. But I just wanted to explain the character and how Penelope in this book used divine masculine energy to further herself and help herself in a really tough situation. Because the divine masculine can help us so much in the courage, in moving forward, in action, in even logic. So let's look at your oracle cards. Okay, pile one. So today we're looking at your divine masculine main character energy and seeing how that energy is manifesting for you. And so we have 13 awareness, 44 wildcat, be still and tune in, for there is something afoot. Wow. I'm sorry. Be still and tune in, for there is something afoot lurking alongside you. We have strength, courage, 28 fourth house roots, 48 grand trine blessings. We have 16 conception. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. We have 21 divine feminine. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and help us connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all creation. 16 light, 40 transform with raven, rejection, facade, and trickery. So first of all, I want to have a little bit of a laugh that we got the divine feminine, because I think it's just interesting, but I think it also shows that this pile in particular has a very strong divine feminine energy. And also another shout out, go see Monica's video on her divine feminine main character energy, because I definitely think since we have this here, there's messages in there for you for sure. But what I'm really seeing is that your divine masculine energy is getting stronger. It may have not always been strong. I kind of get the sense that there's been a lot of fear in using your divine masculine energy to, in some way, there may be wounding around going after what you want, having the self-worth you need to take the action that you need to take. And I think that this pile in particular has done a lot of healing in looking at their fourth house roots and getting comfortable with the thoughts inside their head, getting comfortable with taking action. Because there's this conception card, which I think talks a lot about conceiving an idea. And I think you guys have started to begin conceiving this idea by using your divine masculine to ground it into being. Whatever idea you've had, whatever creativity you've had, is moving into a place of grounding it into reality. And I feel like you guys have been using your divine masculine more lately than you have ever before. And Spirit is saying, amazing job. That's amazing. And you've gotten really comfortable with learning about how to use your light in the creativity that you do to help others and to build something. You're building something. I really get the sense you're building something. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was this rejection, facade, and trickery. So I kind of feel like this group of people, maybe around people or have been around people in the past that have been having a facade, that don't have your best interest at heart, and you may have felt really not safe around certain people in the past, or even it could be now. Some of you it's in the past, some of you it's now. And your divine masculine is moving into a place of discernment. You're saying, no, I don't want these people in my life. I deserve better. Your divine masculine is taking action in cutting the people out that don't belong. There was also this awareness, because we have awareness here. You're getting really good at seeing what's going on in your surroundings. You're very aware. You're seeing things from a very objective, logical point of view, because you've gotten a handle on your wounding, or you've healed a lot, and now your divine masculine is moving into this place of I deserve better. I'm strong. I'm courageous. I can do what I want. I know where I want to go. I'm starting to take action in small action and moving towards that. And I'm not having the people in my life that hurt me be there anymore. You're taking the people out of your life that have hurt you, and you're finding the strength and courage. Divine Masculine is all about courage and strength and leadership and taking action and moving and grounding your ideas into reality. And I feel like this group has been working on that specifically, which I think is an amazing thing. I think you've done a lot of healing on your inner child, specifically, Pal 1. And you've used your divine feminine to nurture yourself so that you're comfortable with your inner child, so your inner child doesn't have to take over when you feel activated and make decisions. Because when our inner children feel afraid, they get activated and they take over because they feel so overwhelmed that they need to change it. And especially if you've had wounding. And your divine feminine has created a beautiful relationship with your inner child. So now you can use your divine masculine to take action in the way that take action to help you, to help your life. And there's a lot of blessings that are happening because of it. We have grand trine blessings right here. It's interesting, there's like a triangle and a circle, which I know is the grand trine. I was just thinking about the other day about a triangle and what I think it means, and an upside down triangle and what I think it means. And what I was thinking about is it an upside down triangle kind of is like the inward movement towards yourself, looking really deep, looking really into yourself, like shadow work, going really deep inside yourself. And I think that you've done a lot of shadow work when it comes to looking at your roots and figuring out who you want in your life. And the divine masculine has been really manifesting in your life because you've done so much healing on working on it. And you're really finding this strength and your boundaries. You're finding boundaries, and boundaries are very difficult if you haven't healed. Or at least that's for me. I shouldn't say that for everybody because that's just for me. Boundaries can be very difficult if you've had wounding of any kind. And I think that one of the things that your divine masculine main character energies is doing is looking at boundaries and discernment and being very aware of your surroundings. Like, you guys have worked on yourself enough now that you may have been moving from in a very emotional place when you have been around other people, and you no longer have to do that. And your divine masculine is taking form and being able to discern, like, what is this person really saying? And what is this person really trying to do? And is this person really good for me? And how does this feel when I'm with this person? And what are their actions saying? You're really looking at other people's actions and how they're acting towards you and judging them from a very objective, logical place, which is very divine masculine. And that tells me that you've done a lot of healing on your divine masculine and divine feminine to create a balanced energy so that you can look at someone objectively. I mean, that's really awesome. That's hard to do too. Like, it's extremely hard to do. Okay, I wanted to get some, some tarot cards on, what could help you, what could help your divine masculine energies come out even more. We've got 4 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, that is also about, leaving home, feeling unwelcome, lack of community. Yeah, I think that finding the people that are justice. Yeah, finding the people that are championing you, and that's what you've been doing. And then we have justice here, and there is karmic justice. And Spirit's saying here that there's karmic justice for the people that have been awful to you, because I feel like the people really want to take advantage of you for some reason. And maybe it's because you're a very kind and loving and deep person, and people take advantage of that. And you're learning through justice that that's not okay. You're like, no. And also, Spirit's saying as an extra message that the people that have hurt you, they will get their karma. And I'm not saying like it in the way that they'll get their karma. It's like Spirit will take care of it, and more like Spirit will take care of you and take care, because Spirit knows where your heart is. Spirit knows what you've done to get where you've gone, and Spirit knows how hard you've worked, and Spirit knows that when you were dealing with these people, you didn't move from a place that wasn't heart-centered. And so Spirit's saying that your life the energy that you get out, if you put out unconditional love and you don't receive it from that person, it will come out in other forms in your life. And Spirit's saying that's this ground train blessings that's coming into your life. One more or two more. I knew the two more was going to come out. The Fool. Yeah, there's a new beginning with your divine masculine. And we have 6 of Wands. Yeah, there's some kind of public recognition. There's some kind of victory here. You're having a victory because of the healing you've done. You're having a victory because you have taken the action to get to where you're going, and the action that you've taken is going to bring in abundance. There is a new beginning coming in, because I feel like you guys are really shedding your old self. Like, I really just saw like a person and with a snake skin, and it comes off and they become a whole new person. Like, you're becoming a new person. You're going into a new beginning, and you're transforming into something totally new. And your divine masculine is transforming. I really get the sense that you have a very strong divine feminine already, but your divine masculine has maybe not been as strong. And your work that you've done in healing yourself is helping your divine masculine become balanced, and your divine masculine is really getting strong, and in that balance between the two, you are starting a new beginning. You're getting recognition and victory. You're becoming this whole new person, Pile 1, and it's because you're starting to learn about how to ground out your actions into reality by using your divine masculine. It's gorgeous. Okay, so I wanted to get some astrology for, see what any astrology that's working with you or that can help you with this. Spirit. We've got activate solar flares. Okay, so I wanted to read this one just to make sure. I just wanted to see what it said. It says, changes in the air. A flare of energy supports your work. The mood is restless, sparky, revolutionary, and curious. People are hungry for change. It's not time to be quiet, but to be fast on your feet. It says solar flares magnify the energy on any other cards you pulled. When the sun is storming, our social and political world activates. Revolutionary change manifests, and trees grow faster in the forest. Aim carefully, because a solar flare brings momentum, not thoughtfulness, that you have to provide. A calm metaphysical perspective may not be easy, but you can bring that in to create balance and longevity. It's saying the gift of this is the sun is sending extra voltage and inspiration your way, so use it wisely. Feel the heat in the situation, the passion in the people involved. Then balance that fire by adding water's compassion, thoughtfulness of air, and logistics of earth to turn that inspiration into reality. So Spirit's saying that you're becoming very inspired. There's an energy of momentum that's been building with you guys lately, because you've been doing so much work. And the sun could be very important in helping you download light codes, or I've used the sun to help me with my fire boundaries, because the sun has unlimited energy. And that's kind of what it's talking about here. There's an unlimited amount of energy coming your way because of the work you've done. And it's like the solar flare of activation. And it's like because you've been learning about how to do this, you're going to be able to recognize that that's coming and use that to your advantage. And Spirit's saying, use it to your advantage, because there's a creativity that's blossoming. There's a fire that's being lit up inside you that is blossoming, that's connected to your divine masculine. And what you can use is your divine masculine to ground it into reality, because this activation is happening. And if you can find a way to use your divine masculine to activate it and to help you with your momentum, then you can really, this new beginning is coming, but you can really like create something so massive out of this. And I just feel like such big creation energy coming your way. And we have Leo shine. And I feel like Leo's such an action card too. Like it's all about creativity. It's all about shining. It's all about courage. It's all about leadership. It's like, you're the lion, you guys. Pile 1, you're the lion, and you're being comfortable with becoming the lion. And that's why this is why this energy is manifesting. This divine masculine, your main character energy, is this beautiful, shining, taking action, freaking creativity explosion, leadership, like beautiful energy, beautiful, beautiful. And then one more card, Spirit, for pile 3. And then we have, I love how we have solar calm and solar flares. So we have clarify. So solar calm, it's like literally the card right before it. It says, meditation helps. Turn down the noise of the outer world and listen with clarity to the knowing within. So I think, too, what can really help, it's interesting because it's all about balance of stillness and production, and stillness and rest and moving forward. And what balanced divine masculine energy is when you can move between divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy back and forth. It's all about the flow of it. You don't always want to be in your divine masculine energy, but I think that your divine masculine energy is coming alive because you've done the work to get here. And it's about using what you already know with the divine feminine and nurturing and meditating and resting and using that to continually balance and push yourself and be able to move back and forth in between these energies to create a balanced, beautiful life. And you guys are on your way. You're doing so good. This is such evolved energy. Like, I have my own issues with divine masculine energy, and I think it's interesting that, of course, I got it. You know what I mean? And I love that Monica got divine feminine because I think it's something, and it's interesting that we met because we help strengthen in each other what we don't have. And I think that's what's so lovely about this reading is that we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energies, but it's about learning which one we are good at and learning about which one we could improve in and improving the one that we're not as good at in. And then once we do that, we're unstoppable. Like, you guys are moving into an unstoppable energy because you're learning about how the divine masculine can manifest in your life, about how to use it to your advantage, about how to not reject the idea of what it is because you're afraid, because you've had negative beliefs associated with it, and because you've been so comfortable with your divine feminine. It's really easy because when we're comfortable with something, we don't really have to change. And you've said no to that. I don't know. I want to ground my ideas into reality. I want to move forward. I want to take action. And you guys have done that. And I just want to commend you for working so freaking hard on activating and calling in your divine masculine energy. It's so beautiful. Sorry, guys, I'm just excited. It's amazing. I'm so proud of you. And you guys are really conceiving an idea into reality because of this. And you're working really hard. And you've been working really hard on your, like, taking action. And I think that that's beautiful, especially if you've had such a hard time with it or if you've had wounding around it. That just shows how evolved and how much you guys are healing. And blessings are coming in for you, and a new beginning's coming in for you, and victory is coming in for you because you are continually taking action and becoming a leader in yourself and loving yourself and using both the divine feminine and divine masculine to champion yourself and become a better person. So I just want to give you some serious freaking props. Okay, I think that's all I have for you guys today. It was quite straightforward because you guys are doing so fucking amazing. So I'm sorry if it was a little bit short. It's like, yeah, but it's because you guys are doing so amazing. And it's like, Spirit's just here to give you a fucking pep talk and be like, you're fucking doing awesome. And also to show you how the divine masculine is manifesting in your life and recognize what's going on, because there is a massive transformation that you're undergoing, pile one. Massive. And you guys are the Leo. You guys are the Leo. You're shining right now. You're shining because you've done the work to get here. So go check out Monica's Divine Feminine energy or main character energy on her channel. It's linked in my description box. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So you guys chose A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is absolutely my favorite book. This series is like my favorite series ever. And what I loved is that when Monica and me decided to do this reading, we really wanted to look at divine feminine energies with masculine characters and divine masculine energies with female characters. And since I'm divine masculine, I was able to choose a female character. And we did this to show how each of these energies lives inside us and in all genders. And what I loved about this book and this character, her name's Farah, is that she really, really stepped into her divine masculine energy. She fought. She learned how to fight. She learned how to hunt when she was 14 to feed her family because they were starving. She went out into the woods every single day when it was freaking freezing, snowing, and she fought for her family using her divine masculine energy to have the courage to go out and put herself in danger, have the courage to fight for herself, have the courage to fight for her family. And it wasn't easy. It was super hard. She was super afraid, but she did it anyways because that's how she was able to use her divine masculine energy to her advantage and have just to fight for things, everyone she loved. She fought for everyone and she loved. And if you haven't read this book, you guys, I swear, It is the best book I've ever read. This whole series, the best series I've ever read, and I don't say that lightly. It's my favorite book, and I'm just excited that we get started and show you about how your divine masculine is and your divine masculine main character energy is manifesting in your life right now. So I'm going to get your oracle cards and then be right back. Okay, so I got your oracle cards, guys. So we have 16 light, 15 karmic debt, 2 moon soul. We have 38 earth element stability, the wildling, mysticism, 25 emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. 17 consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. We have Phoenix 31. Summoned, your flesh arises from ashes and into the expansive flame of your soul. Rising, letting go, and 29 nurture. Okay, so I was really sitting with this for a minute because I felt there was something really deep here for you guys, pile 2. I just want to say what I saw first, and then I will go into what I think it means. So at first I saw, and this is like, I feel like I was just tapping into each of your souls and seeing what was going on, and also see kind of what past lives were happening. And like, I just felt like there was a past life here. There's some past life here that was like, there was something really deep about this. So what I first saw was a little girl, and she was running from this big, huge darkness, and she was running and running and running, and there was this massive darkness that was following her, and she was tripping and she was scared. And she turned around, she's like, I don't want to run anymore. I don't want to run anymore from this darkness. And she put out her hand to stop it with a light, and then it like flickered, and she was like, it's not working. And she was like, and then she realized, she's like, I believe in myself. And then the light came and it shone on the darkness, and the darkness dissipated. Then I was shown a different past life from somebody, and there was a man and another man, and they were about to fight, and they both decided not to fight each other because they're like, this is not worth it. And then there was like this tornado that was happening outside, but there was a little girl that was left outside. And this person decided to go out and save this little girl in this storm to try to find her, and use their divine masculine and the courage and taking action to make sure that she was okay. And they found that little girl and helped her and held her. There was something else I'm missing. What else did I miss? And I just was sitting with this feeling of there's this deep wounding around the divine masculine. Oh, right. So I saw a girl again, a different girl, and there was a man. It was totally dark. You couldn't see them. They were in a shadow. And this little girl was like, I'm afraid of them. And I'm like, who are they? And she said, it's me. And then we shone light on the man, and then it turned into like a little mouse, and then we like took care of it. And I just think that all of these themes are indicative of where you guys are at, pile 2, but also indicative of what you need to heal and what you already may be looking at healing. And I think that through becoming friends with your wounding, the darkness, and becoming friends with your divine masculine, is going to be very healing. There's been deep, deep wounding, karmically, ancestrally, and maybe even in your childhood, of masculine energy. There's been some type of deep wounding. And you guys have been learning as souls through past lives how to become comfortable with your divine masculine energies and how to use that. And it's in the first one, it was about believing in yourself and taking action to command and become and to help bring light to the darkness. In the second life I saw, it was about using your divine masculine and the courage, even though you were super afraid, to go save somebody, to go save someone's life. And in the third one, it was really about understanding that your divine masculine may look really big and feel really scary, but it's something, if you can learn how to take care of it and nurture it, which is why I think we have this nurturance card here. If you learn how to nurture it, you can grow it. Because it was like, I saw you with a little mouse and like taking care of it and loving it, and then it started getting bigger, and it started getting bigger, and it started turning into a little boy, and then it turned into a man, and it was about loving and becoming comfortable with your wounding and the divine masculine inside of you, learning how to nurture your divine masculine into loving, and using your divine feminine to nurture your divine masculine in a very loving and healing way. and then becoming friends with it, and then it's like, once that happens, like these 3 cards, there's an emergence of your divine masculine happening, an emergence of healing that's been happening around your divine masculine already. You've been karmically in past lives and now in this life healing your divine masculine already. That's why we have the moon soul element, because you've been diving into your subconscious, and this mysticism card as well. And this emergence of this birth of the divine masculine inside of you. And what I love about these 3 cards, and I kept wanting to go to the Wisdom of the Shadow deck, and I think it's interesting that I kept wanting to go, because I actually also pulled this emptiness card. I just didn't have any room, but it's right here. These 3 cards are all about Wisdom of the Shadow. And I think that just shows that you're really doing shadow work, because I kept wanting to go to that deck to show the shadow work that's been done. And because of the divine masculine shadow work that you've been doing, you are becoming the phoenix who rises from the ashes. We have a rising card here from the phoenix, and then we have another phoenix rises from the ashes card here. And that's literally spirit being like, they're rising from the ashes. You are transforming. You are becoming something new. There's an emergence of the new you, and you're letting go and releasing the wounding that's been around your divine masculine. You are healing this. I feel like you don't know if you've been really healing or if it's really working. It's working. It's working. You guys are phoenix rising from the ashes. You're rising from the ashes. You're using your divine masculine and balancing what that is and grounding it. You have the earth element stability here. You've been grounding out what you've been learning in your life, because you've been deeply looking at it, deeply looking at your subconscious, deeply looking at the wounding. And I think the themes that I was seeing were so meaningful and deep, because it shows how hard your soul has worked at balancing out your divine masculine. And that is going to show up in your life now, and it's showing up in your life now. And there is still a fear around it, and it's okay. It's okay to have fear. You have a wounding around it. It's so totally normal. And you're learning about how to work with your fear. To work with your fear so that you can, because being courageous is not about not having fear. It's about learning how to work with your fear and doing it anyways. And you guys have been doing this work anyways, even though I feel this deep terror and dread when working with this wounding around the divine masculine. Someone has really hurt you. Multiple people have hurt you. Your past lives have been hard because the divine masculine has been not as balanced as your divine feminine. I think you guys are stronger in your divine feminine than you are in your divine masculine. I think some of you at least. This has been really difficult for you guys. And you're really getting connected to the primal aspects of yourself because you've been working on this so much. And there is an explosion of beauty and meaning and deep healing that's happening here. You guys are deeply healing this. Every single thing I saw was you healing it, you looking at it, you deciding, no, I believe in myself. I have the courage. I'm standing up for myself. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm grounding out what I need to do in reality. And this is how it's showing up. It's showing up as you confronting the darkness, even though you're so afraid, and saying, no, I believe in myself, and commanding it and becoming friends with it and bringing light to the darkness. And you deciding to save that child, even though you were so afraid, even though you put your life in danger. I mean, what's more divine masculine than that? That is healing in and of itself. And then you becoming then friends with your divine masculine and taking care of it and nurturing your divine masculine. That's what you guys are doing. That's what showed up in my head. That's what Spirit's trying to show you. You are so doing it. You're so strong. You're so courageous. And it's okay to have the fear. The fear is so totally normal. The fear is so totally normal. It's okay to have fear. It's working through that fear and doing it anyways. That's what the divine masculine is all about. This courageousness, this leadership. It's really beautiful, you guys. It's very deep. It's so deep. And that's what there's a deep healing that's happening here. And I had ringing in my ear when I started the reading, which I thought was so interesting. And I think that was Spirit just trying to say, this is important. There's something really important happening here. Pay attention. Like, sit with yourself for a minute. Like, see what is going on underneath all this. Because I was like, I feel fear, but I was like, there's something deeper happening. And your solar plexus is coming alive. And your what's it called? Crown chakra, and your throat chakra is coming alive. Those are the three I see that are really coming alive, and your heart chakras. I feel like you have a very strong heart chakra, but I do feel like you're opening your heart chakra even more. But there's definitely, like, solar plexus is the strongest one. You're having this transformation of your solar plexus chakra, and your throat chakra and your crown chakra are coming alive. And then this mysticism card, because you've been working on this, because you've been working at healing, you are having your gifts come out a lot more. Okay, Spirit, I wanted to get 3 tarot cards to help them continue working on their divine masculine. We have the Hermit in reverse. Interesting. Okay. We have 9 of Cups in reverse. We have 4 Pentacles upright. One more. The World upright. You're succeeding and you're having achievement and accomplishment and completion and fulfillment in this work. The Hermit card in reverse, I think, is talking about you've always given yourself away to other people. And the divine masculine is asking you to turn inward. And I think you've been turning inward already. And if you haven't, and if this is like you're at the beginning of this, because some of you may be at the beginning of healing, it's about turning inward. That's how you're going to find what you need. That's how you're going to heal, is turning inward and looking and becoming a lot and somehow becoming comfortable with the solitude and becoming comfortable with, if you're not doing anything, if you're not grounding it out into action, not judging yourself for doing that, because you do have wounding here. And if it's been hard for you to ground your ideas into reality or take action, that's because of the wounding, and not judging yourself and giving yourself the grace and compassion that you deserve, because you have deep wounding here. And I think that Spirit wanted to tell me to tell you all about the deep wounding that's not just about this life, that's about past lives, so that you can give yourself some grace and compassion and not judge yourself for having a harder time with your divine masculine. I'm not good with my divine masculine either. I'm not as balanced in my divine masculine, and I'm having to learn this too. And I did judge myself, like, why can't you just, before I was even doing tarot readings, I had this massive space where I was not able to do anything, and I was like stuck in this fear and judging myself. Why can't you just do something with your life? Why can't you put videos out? Why can't you just get this done? And when I stopped judging myself, I got out of the freeze response, and then I was able to move forward. And I think this card is talking about not judging yourself, giving yourself the grace, because you guys have been through a lot of stuff, and there's a reason that you have wounding around your divine masculine, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. But it is about taking responsibility for it anyways, even though it's not your fault. And then we have 9 of Cups in reverse, and that's just about shattered dreams, nightmares, unhappiness. And I think that's just these 2 cards are this past energy of feeling like you can't move forward and being stuck in it. But what's happening is you're learning about how to move through it, and you're learning about how to let go of past issues. And then we have the World card, and the World's about you are succeeding at this. You're getting more comfortable with the world. You're getting more comfortable with your divine masculine, and that's showing. This is showing in the cards. You're rising, you're letting go, you're rising from the ashes. And it's about continuing to do this work and continue looking at yourself. And if you're afraid of being alone, you can't sit with your thoughts, that is something to look out too. And finding ways to give yourself the grace and compassion to get more comfortable with where you're at, because you're supposed to be where you are right now. If you're having a hard time grounding out your ideas into reality or taking action, it's okay. It's not going to be like this forever. Spirit's saying it's not going to be like this forever. You're moving through it. You're rising from the ashes. You're becoming the phoenix. So just understand that's happening, and believe that that's happening, because it is. And I wanted to get some astrology cards to finish up the reading. Spirit, what astrology will help them? We've got Vesta Hearth. This is about creating a safety inside yourself. I love that it goes over the Hermit card, because the Hermit, when it's upright, is about solitude and being comfortable with solitude and sitting in the stillness and meditation. And I think to be able to do that, you have to create a safe space inside yourself. And the Hearth and Vesta is all about, in this 32, it's all about creating a safe space inside yourself that you can go to and be safe. And I think creating a safe space inside yourself is extremely important. I think you've been doing that already. I think just continually doing that is going to be helpful. And we have sensitized. I don't usually take these in reverse, Pisces. I think since it's in reverse, it's about being more sensitive and compassionate when it comes to yourself. And we have abundance, Jupiter. Yeah. You're moving into abundance because you're doing this work. If you're able to create a sanctuary inside yourself, if you're able to be sensitive to the issues that you have and give yourself the grace and compassion that you have, I would really also go check out Monica's reading on the Divine Feminine, because the Divine Feminine is all about nurturing yourself. And I think that there is some work to do around nurturing yourself even more. I think you're already doing that, though. That's what I was seeing in the beginning. And you're bringing in this abundance because you're learning about how to nurture yourself and be comfortable with the Divine Feminine and use your gifts that you already have with the Divine Feminine, and how to balance out your Divine Masculine by working on your wounding. Because sometimes working on the Divine Masculine isn't about taking action. It's about, well, I guess you can take action when you heal. So that is taking action. You're taking the action to heal. So the Divine Masculine's about, sometimes can be just about looking at what you need to heal and working on that healing. It's not about, oh, I need to put my ideas into the world right now, or I need to do this, or I need to do that, I need to be better, I need to be this. Your Divine Masculine will get there. Your Divine Masculine will have those ideas in reality, but you have to do the healing around the Divine Masculine wounding to get there. And I think that's what Spirit's saying. Continually work on your healing. You already are. You're the phoenix rising from the ashes. You're letting go of the wounding around your Divine Masculine. And Spirit's just saying continue to create safe space inside yourself. Become compassionate and very sensitive to whatever's going on. Give yourself the grace and compassion you deserve, and you will be led to Jupiter, which is abundance and expansion. You're expanding. You're really, really expanding, Pile 2. Wow, that was very, very, very deep, Pile 2. You guys are going through something so big right now, and I'm just so proud of you for being the wonderful humans that you are. And I hope this really helped. Check out Monica's video in my description box. And do all the YouTube things, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So today you guys picked Kingdom of Ash, which is by Sarah J. Maas. It is the last book in the series of the massive series she has. And what me and Monica really wanted to do was focus on how the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energies are manifesting in our lives right now. And what I loved is that she came up with doing, for me, Divine Masculine energies, but with female characters, which I thought was brilliant, because it's all about how are these energies manifesting in our lives, no matter what gender we are, and how can we get more comfortable and understand the energies a little bit more. And that's what we're going to do. And what I loved about this character in this book, I picked Aelin Galathinius, and she's the Firebringer. She's this girl right here. And she has always been very good at being in her Divine Masculine energy, and I just envy and love it so much. She is magical. She is a Firebringer. She's a queen. She fights all the time. She's always fought. She became an assassin. She used her Divine Masculine energy to become a leader as a queen and step into that, even though that was really hard. She protects her friends and family and sacrifices herself sometimes when she shouldn't, but she does it. And it's just very Divine Masculine energy to be courageous in leadership, to fight, to use action in the grounded reality. And I feel like out of all the books, she's probably the most, the one that uses her Divine Masculine energy the most. And so I'm just super excited to get started and see. I'm going to get your Oracle cards, and I will be right back. Okay, Pile 3, so let's look at your Oracle cards. We've got 18 Cosmic Flower. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates a remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. We have 35 Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. We have 2 Acceptor Gifts. 44, You Are Sacred. We have 10 Neptune Sacrifice. 48, Yod, Destiny. We have 26 Morning Dew. What stillness does the silence of one's steadiness bring? 12 Divine Protection. Sacred Sexuality. Trust, Victory, Soul Care, and Impartiality. So, wow, Pile 3. I just want to say, you guys are blooming. You guys are literally, this flower card is just so important, I think, because it really shows you guys are in your Divine Masculine very strongly. You guys are you're really blooming. Your gifts are freaking going off, dude. Off. Everything in this to me screams, I I've done healing. I am stepping into my power. I am sacrificing what I need to sacrifice that doesn't belong, looking at myself, getting into mysticism. You are also, this Yod destiny is kind of like one of those planetary things that happens when, you know, it like creates a lot of change, but it may not be comfortable. And I think what it's talking about here is that you are working so hard and you've done so much healing on your divine feminine and your divine masculine and on your wounding that everything is coming into fucking power. Like, it's just like you're just moving into this beautiful space. You already are here. Like, you're in victory because you've done the soul care. You've worked on so much, you guys. Like, I just feel excited and I think you're moving into this abundant place if it's not already happening, and your gifts are just really exploding. Like, I just feel like it's like this explosion of like gifts and just because you've done so much work and you really have done a lot of action already. You've gone and been in your divine masculine so much already, and you've also really worked on your divine feminine as well. Like, you guys have a very balanced energy between the divine feminine and divine masculine, and Spirit's also saying you're very divinely protected. But I think this card also is more about like your power and stepping into your power and being comfortable. You're like, I'm done so much work. I can now be comfortable. I can now move into like the things that are like there when you've done a lot of healing and you've worked on a lot of your wounding. Then things start to come alive because you're manifesting it, because you've done the work inside and it's manifesting outwardly. But you created safety inside yourself, and because of that, you're now exploding into this beautiful flower. Your perception is completely changed. Your gifts are exploding. You're understanding that you are sacred, and you really have gotten comfortable with sitting in the silence of yourself. And yeah, I mean, it's so grounded. I feel very grounded. I feel very like everything's moving forward at a fast pace because you've done so much work. Your divine masculine is really manifesting into the world. You're creating things, you're moving, you're healing shit. You're like fucking doing it. I feel like you're like, I got it. You're like growing. You've grown so much. I think this is also just Spirit saying you've grown so much. Look at what you've done. You have come so far. You are a new person. You've reached victory. You're victorious. And it's because you've done so much work. And the divine masculine now, you know how to use your divine masculine to ground your stuff into reality, to take a leadership role, to be courageous. You guys are courageous. You are working so hard. And this is just a manifestation of what's happening right now. And it's beautiful. And you've trusted yourself. You looked at how to maybe even use sacred sexuality and in learning about what gives you pleasure, but also learning about how to ground your passion projects into reality. I get that very strongly. Your gifts are being grounded into reality. You're using your gifts in a way that's not just like you see things, but you're using them to create. You're using them to create. You're using them to help other people. You're using them in a leadership role. You're using them, and you don't feel scared anymore. You're not scared anymore. You may be scared sometimes, but it's not like an all the time thing. And that's because it's showing the work you've done. And this is your destiny. You're stepping into your destiny even more. You're now able to, your part of your destiny was healing. So you've done that part of your destiny. The next phase of your destiny is moving into this, I am in power. I know how to ground my ideas into reality. I have amazing gifts. I love myself. I'm sacred. I deserve the world. And you do deserve the world. And you are victorious, because you've done the soul care, and you're now able to remain impartial where you may have not been able to before. You may have been, when you dealt with people, you may have been very emotional, and part of the divine masculine and being balanced is learning about how to look at things from an objective point of view. And because you've done so much healing, you are able to look at things impartially and be objective and use logic and using emotion and logic balanced, and using your divine masculine and divine feminine balanced is where this explosion of victory is happening, where this explosion of your gifts is happening. It's so beautiful, Pile 3. It's absolutely gorgeous energy. I'm just like, yes! I'm like, I don't know, I just am like, you guys, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It shows how evolved you are. And you know it too. You're like, fuck yes for me. And that's what's so great about this. Your divine masculine is also about loving yourself and being able to take the action you need to go after your dreams. And you guys are going after your dreams. And I don't know what is more beautiful than that. I really don't. Okay, so I wanted to get some tarot cards and see what else could help you, or see what else could help you with your divine masculine energies. We've got Six of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, hold on one second. I'm going to take these. So we've got 10 of Pentacles, King of Swords, and we've got Knight of Swords. Wow. Yeah. Abundance. Six of Pentacles in reverse. I think this is getting out of the things that have happened to you. People may have abused your generosity in the past, and now you're like, no, I do not accept that. I'm standing in my divine masculine. I'm putting boundaries up. No. And because you're protecting your energy, you are creating the 10 of Pentacles, and also because of the healing you've done, which is an abundance. Like literally 10 of Pentacles is abundance. And then we have King of Swords and Knight of Swords. And I think that there's either somebody that's a leader or a visionary that's in your life that's helping you with this, or what I really kind of think it is you getting comfortable with your King of Swords energy and your Knight of Swords energy and becoming more comfortable with it. You're learning about how to have authority, truth, power, and learning about how to take your own wise counsel. And then we have Knight of Swords, which is about being action-oriented and driven. These are the most action-oriented cards. And Wands is action-oriented too, but so is Swords. And Swords is really about standing in your power, standing in your truth, standing in you, being able to command what you need to command, to stand in your truth and stand in your power, to ground your divine masculine. Your divine masculine is grounded into reality because you've done the work. So just continue to do what you're doing, because this is just very evolved energy. You guys are in a very evolved place, and just understand and give yourself the pat on the back for being here, because this is massive, guys. Okay, I want to pull 3 astrology cards to finish up the reading. We've got, oh my God, the sun. Source, you guys are the sun. And the sun is helping you. The sun is helping you create, you're already in this energy. You're already in the sun energy, and it's helping just, you guys are shining. You guys are bringing the energy inside yourself and grounding it into reality and becoming courageous and a leader and helping other people. And that is because you've worked on your divine masculine, and your divine masculine is thriving. You guys are thriving right now. We have exploration, 9th house. Oh, 1 second. I want to check something. This card's really about exploration and really about exploring the world and all the possibilities in it. And that's what you guys have been doing. You guys are really in your 9th house and working with your 9th house right now, and working about how to like widen your horizon and expand your mind, body, and your soul and the world. And the world is being taught by you. You are teaching the world something because you are so evolved, and that is what is more masculine, divine masculine, than teaching the world about what you've learned and being in the sun energy. The sun is so, it's everything, right? It helps everything grow. You're really growing, you're really learning. And we have root. You've really done the work on, and it says coli 38. It's about really getting to the root. You've gotten to the root cause, and you are rooted into the ground. You guys are very grounded. You're rooted, and everything. See, this tree is like rooted in the ground, and it's growing. And that's you guys exploding into your power. You guys are really exploding into your power. You're coming into your power because you've done the work to be here. And this is just recognition of how much you've worked on your divine feminine and divine masculine. And now you're able to help and change the world and ground your ideas into reality because you've done so much work on this. And this is just like, literally, this is just recognition. And you could also get public recognition for this as well in some way. You're going to take off. Whatever you're doing is going to be very, very influential, powerful, and help a lot of people, and you are really stepping into this leadership role because you've done a lot of work, and that is very divine masculine. And I love, because it's interesting because we have this book, right? And this book is probably the one out of, I said this at the beginning, Aelin uses her power and divine masculine the most out of any of the other characters in any of the other books, and I was wondering if that was going to manifest and show out in this pile, and of course it did, because you are like Aelin, the wildfire, with a firebringer. You're like Aelin, the firebringer. And I love that we have the sun because I feel like the sun and fire are very similar in their energies. And when we have the fire right here, and you guys are the fire bringer, you have a fire heart. You are somebody that is using their divine masculine so strongly and really changing and becoming a leader and in the world and changing the world and and creating something so massive that's going to help so many people get connected to their divine feminine, divine masculine energies. You being very connected with your divine masculine gives people hope and an example of how to use their divine masculine in a healthy way. And you are the epitome of the divine masculine example that is the most healthy, the most powerful, and the most beautiful and meaningful. And so I just am really impressed and very in awe of you guys. And I think that's all I have for you guys today. Check out Monica's divine feminine energy, main character energy in my description box, and like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pal 4, welcome to your reading. So you guys picked a discovery of witches, which I love, absolutely love. And what I really wanted to start with was I love Monica came up with an amazing idea to do the divine masculine energies and divine feminine energies, but what I love that she did was that I am picking divine masculine energies but with female characters, and I just love that because it's what we really wanted to show was how we each use these energies. We all have these energies inside us and we use them no matter what gender we are. And so what I loved about Diana in A Discovery of Witches is that she used her divine masculine energies to fight for what she believed in, because she was not comfortable with having power. She was never comfortable with being a witch, but she stepped into her divine masculine and did it anyways and learned about how to use her powers to become a leader and to help fight for what she loved and what she believed in. And she was very courageous, and divine masculine is all about courage, leadership, owning your power. She owned her power, and that's why I absolutely love this book. If you guys haven't read it, and there's a TV show about it too, and I absolutely love the TV show and the books. But I'm going to get your oracle cards, and we will get started on looking at your divine masculine main character energy. Hi, Pal 4. So let's look at your oracle cards. We have 30 integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. We have 8 alchemy. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemists to perform their miracles of transmutation. 30 spirit of the east. 15 karmic debt. 51 Mercury retrograde reinvention. 41 North Node, life's purpose. We have sadness, grief, reclaim, hand fasting, 17. The pole pulses through all that I am. No hidden form is left untouched. I am willing, I am risking, for I yearn for unity spilled lustrously upon my lips. 15 rest, grief, and joy. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about how we have 2 grief cards right here. 2 grief cards, which I was like, wow. And then we have sadness. And I was tapping into your guys' energy, and what I first saw was like somebody pulling like a rope, and like grief was over here and they were just pulling it. They're like, come on, I just want to feel it. And then I felt disassociation, and disassociation is when we start to numb or leave our bodies. And whatever, I just want to be very like compassionate right now and kind and loving, because I feel like whatever this grief is that you guys are experiencing right now, and the sadness, and it is deep. It is very deep. It is so deep that your body wants to numb and leave because it is so overwhelming. And I just get the sense that you guys are like, I just want to feel it. I just want to feel it. I want to release it. I want to get through it. And it's happening. And sometimes when we have such deep grief, we can only feel it like we can only chip away at a little bit at a time, because it's too overwhelming. There's too much grief, it would kill us. Like, it's almost like it's too overwhelming that we might die from a broken heart. Like, that is how overwhelming and deep this grief runs. And I definitely think it's not just from this life. I think that there's something that happened that was very painful. You lost someone, or hold on one second. Sorry, guys. So there is some kind of deep grief that has to do with losing somebody, losing something. I get that it's a more of a person. Some of you may be going through a death, or I've had lost a parent, or had lost somebody in some way. It could be a breakup. It just, it feels so deep to me, and there is this overwhelming feeling of wanting to feel it, but also just this overwhelming message from Spirit, first and foremost, before we get into the divine masculine, that Spirit wants to just say that you're not alone, that you're doing everything you can to feel it, that you are moving through it, that because you're trying to feel it, and because you're working at feeling it and chipping away at it, that there's this deep joy that's happening in your life. And the divine masculine in this specific situation, and for you guys, is about giving yourself the grace and compassion to work at it slowly, because you are working on healing. And I feel your divine masculine coming alive, because you're moving towards your life purpose, and you're slowly healing, and because you're working at the healing, which is very, very divine masculine, because you're working at it, right? Healing's not just like divine feminine, it's also divine masculine, because it takes work to do it and an action to do it. And sometimes healing is an action movement, right? We have to act. We have to decide to go get help. We have to take the action to go get help. We have to take the action to go to the therapist, and then we have to take the action to look at it. And so you guys are really learning about how to move through this grief, about how to integrate it into your life, about how to alchemize it. You're really getting comfortable with the Spirit of the East, which is about your ideas and your thought patterns. And there's just something really deep that's happening, that's transforming right now in your life, Pal 4. And because you're looking at your grief and managing and loving it and becoming friends with your grief, you are experiencing great joy. Because once we can, and listen, grief, it's like we can heal it and look at it, but we're never going to get back the person we lost. So it's never going to be completely healed, because it's just not. And so the joy comes when you create space with the healing, just because you feel some of it and you learn about how to become its friend, and learning about how to become friends with your sadness. And you, Pile 4 specifically, are reinventing yourself and reclaiming yourself and moving towards your life purpose. And you're using your divine masculine to look at all of this. You're really looking at all of the stuff that is deep inside you that has caused a lot of pain and fear, and you're really looking at how to make new friendships. How can I make new friendships that are good for me? How can I balance between rest and production, or rest and action? And you're moving towards your North Node, which is all about, we always are moving towards our North Node and away from our South Node. Our South Node is where we're comfortable. Our North Node is what we're working at towards. And since you got the North Node, life's purpose, you're really working at moving towards your life purpose, and using your divine masculine to move towards your life purpose. And you're reinventing yourself. Mercury in retrograde, there's a reinventing of yourself, but it's not easy. This is not easy energy to move through. And I can see that your divine masculine is helping you move through it, but at a very slow pace. And it's about becoming compassionate and using your divine feminine and nurturing yourself, so that you can continually move with your divine masculine and make these action-oriented things. I feel like you guys you're using your divine feminine and divine masculine at the same time, because you're healing, but you're also, working at that and making the action to heal, which is divine masculine. And you're integrating everything you're learning. You're alchemizing all this energy. I kind of see like somebody standing there, and there's energy coming into them, and they're alchemizing it and releasing it. And then I see it again. There's energy coming in. And I think it's also indicative of your grief. Your grief comes, and you can feel it for maybe 5 seconds, and then you release that whatever you just felt. And then you move, and then your friend disassociation and numbness comes in, and then again, then your grief comes again. And it's about having the grace and compassion to move through the flow of it, and give yourself the grace that this is so overwhelming, it's too much to feel at once. You're not supposed to feel it at once. It's supposed to come in stages, and it's supposed to come as in little stages at once. It's not supposed to come at once. It's supposed to come in little stages, because whatever you guys are going through is so massive and so deep that it only can come in stages, and it's okay. And you're using your divine masculine so beautifully. I feel like it's a very balanced energy in how you're using your divine masculine, because you are moving at it at a slow pace. And divine masculine is not about moving fast. It's about taking small steps of action where you can and grounding your healing into reality. And you guys are grounding your healing into reality, and you're reclaiming your power. You're reclaiming who you are. You're reclaiming yourself. And there's joy that's coming, and there's joy. You're learning about joy, and you are clearing karmic debts, and you are looking at your thought patterns, and you are reinventing yourself, and you are moving towards your life purpose, and you are creating new friendships. And it's like, that's very divine masculine. All of those things are very divine masculine because you're taking the action to do so. Okay, so I wanted to get some tarot cards to see what else can help you with your divine masculine. We've got temperance in reverse. We've got the star upright. Yeah, you're learning about balance, and you're becoming the star. And of course, hold on, guys. Whoop. Sorry, I have to cover her up. I don't like having to do that, but I got to do it. You are the star, and you're learning about how you are the star. And we have 2 of Pentacles, another balance. See? Wow. So we've got Temperance, which is all about balance, but this is talking about a lack of balance because it's in reverse. And then we have 2 of Pentacles, which is also about balancing. And you're learning about balancing and adaptation, and you're learning about balance. It's just showing the progression of how you're learning about balance, and learning about balance in a slow way. Because Pentacles are are the slowest. What's it called? The slowest. It's on the tip of my tongue. They're the slowest moving suit. Oh my God! I got it, guys. I got it. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about change, perseverance, moving forward. It can be about competition, but I don't feel like that's really prevalent right here. I think this is more about persevering, and this is you working on your issues. You're like, I'm working on it. I'm moving forward. I'm doing my best to fight it, but in a way that works for me. Fight the darkness, but not even fight it, but become friends with it. But I always love talking about how you should become friends with your darkness instead of fighting it, because we fight our darkness. But I think that this is just you having a handle on it, and getting a handle on your grief, and moving at it in a way that's helpful for you. Okay, I want to pull 3 astrology cards to finish up the reading. Spirit, can I have 3 astrology cards to help pile 4? Look, okay. Leo and Shine. Leo is literally so divine masculine. It's all about action, creativity, passion. You are the lion. You're learning about how to become the lion in your life, about how to shine, about how to love yourself, about how to stand in your power. We have Jupiter, abundance. And this is just like, I feel like these 2 cards, right? Joy and abundance. This is what's coming in because you're working so hard at healing your grief and your sadness and looking at the stuff. It's the hardest thing to do when you guys are doing it. And Spirit's like, you are balancing your divine masculine because you're looking at all of this, and just understand that your divine masculine is maybe a lot more balanced than you think it is. And then we have Virgo, which is digest. Virgo is all about harvesting the seeds. And I think you're harvesting the seeds of you planted seeds, and now you're harvesting the seeds of healing, harvesting the seeds of your ideas, of inspiration, and the joy and abundance is coming in. Did I put it over Jupiter? The joy and abundance is coming in, and you're expanding. You really are moving into this expansive energy, and this grief is healing. It's healing. Trust that it's healing, and you're learning about how to trust that it's healing. And yeah, it's just really beautiful energy, and I think you guys are doing an amazing job. Just keep loving yourself, because you guys are doing it, and keep working at it, and don't give up. And I don't think you would. I heard I would never give up, and I love that. That just shows how much you love yourself. That just shows how much you're the star. That just shows how much you're Leo. You're the Leo, and abundance is coming in for you guys because you've been working so hard at this, and it's just recognition of how you are balancing the divine masculine and the divine feminine in your life, and how you're shining because of it. So check out Monica's video on the divine feminine if you haven't already. And please like and subscribe, you guys, and I will see you guys next time.